Hi, I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Frank.
Welcome to Buy Local TV, where we're promoting Michigan businesses, communities, and its people. What's on the show today?
We're going to be talking to a local county commissioner, and he's going to talk about the importance of buying locally and how it affects our local government.
Going to check in with Kathy Murphy, who's at the Shephard Sugarbush.
Dwayne's going to be talking to some local fishermen.
And also John Gessick, who has a new product for the fishermen.
We're going to head up to Traverse City to talk to Peak Positions, and they're going to share with us another marketing tip.
I had the privilege of interviewing Johnny O, a Red Wing alum from the 80s to 90s. He scored an average of 40 goals a season. I think he even had one in there where he did 53. We're going to have the first of 2 episodes with him. And also, let's start with the Deer Ranch up in the UP.
During your up north vacation, stop by and visit the Deer Ranch on US 2, just minutes from the Mackinac Bridge.
Well, we have the oldest live whitetail exhibit in North America, or probably in the world. We exhibit regular brown deer, whitetails, albino deer, and you can come in and feed them. And actually, during the spring, we have the mothers giving birth 4 feet from the fence. All the kids get to name the babies here, and this is just one of the many big bucks we have here.
In our last episode of Buy Local TV, we had an opportunity to talk to some businesses about the importance of buying and shopping locally and what it meant to their business and what they were able to give back to the community. Today, we're out here in Mecosta County with Mecosta County Commissioner Bill Routley, and we're going to talk about the government side, the importance of how shopping and buying locally affects local government when there is I guess a little bit of a hiccup in the way things work. Can you tell us what happened here?
Well, as you know, over the weekend we had a heavy snow and rain, and with that came flooding, and several places in the county we lost roads. In this particular one, that 30-foot long tube was literally lifted up out of the ground and moved 20 feet to the north, causing damage to the road. We
take our road structure sometimes for granted, and we don't realize the correlation between business and being able to have our roads fixed. We just sometimes think it just happens. Can you tell us how that correlation between, a person buying locally can work with the infrastructure within county government?
What happens, obviously, the county government, local governments rely on tax dollars for their funds to do the roads, to maintain all of the infrastructure. The way we get those tax dollars are from property taxes, business taxes, and gasoline taxes, things of that sort. So if you're buying local and shopping local, more of the dollars are staying local. If you go to Grand Rapids to buy all your products, then Grand Rapids gets the blessings of those tax dollars, and Mecosta County loses out on that. So it's important to buy local so that you can keep the dollars here, so you can have the roads the best we can get them. With revenues dropping, it's more and more difficult every year to do that. So when you get a catastrophe like this, it's even more difficult. It stretches the tax dollars. So I'm just encouraged as a local government agent to encourage people to shop and buy local so we can continue the infrastructure that everyone takes for granted. When they get up in the morning, they expect that road to be open.
It's important that we do buy and shop locally, and I want to thank you for your time today, and let's go back to our next segment.
Today, Buy Local TV takes you to the Shephard Maple Sugar Bush. When it's springtime in central Michigan, that's when the sap starts flowing. And at that time, that's when the Shephard Sugar Bush kicks into action. When that happens, we need Ron Reinard.
How you doing? I'm not the only person involved here. I'm just the president. It takes quite a few people to make this operation fly and be successful.
Ron, from the time you take the sap from the trees, how long does it take after it gets here? Tell me a little bit about the process.
So we set idle after we tapped for, a good 3 weeks or so before it really got going. But when it did get going, we were bringing thousands of gallons of sap in a day from our town, 2,000 buckets that we hang in town. And then we purchase sap from quite a few area farmers and people that have maple trees that do it as a little fundraiser project or a little extra money for them. So we buy sap from them also. I think we've taken in over 70,000 gallons of sap so far this season.
Here we are in what I'm going to call the maple syrup vault. And it won't be long. It'll be a few weeks now. And The syrup that you see here will be served at the Maple Syrup Festival and available for purchase. That's all for now. This is Kathy Murphy, your Buy Local reporter, reporting for Buy Local TV. All local, all the time.
Well, we're back here in Rockford, and we come across a group of guys that were from the Alma, Ithaca area. And Lucas, you're 13, and you've been out here fishing this morning for how long?
A few hours. I don't know what time it is.
What's your favorite part about fishing?
Just being able to go out, catch fish, and have supper.
Hi, I'm John Gessick. I wanted to show you a brand new organizational tool for your boat. It's called the Gear Grabber. And like a lot of other conventional lure holders that you might have seen on the market that use foam or slotted plastic which you put the hook in, this is a little bit different. It actually uses powerful magnets to attach your lure. So you can see these magnets crossed here. This is where the attachment occurs. So they actually just snap right on there, easy and automatic. So you can see there's no foam or plastic. There's no need to grab the hook and get to the hook to actually place that on the lure holder. So simple and easy, the lure just stays on just like that. Like most anglers out on the water, I always try to organize my lures better and keep everything off the deck of my boat. So what I wanted to do was create a lure holder that was safer and actually provided better utility.
You know, let's pull these right up here so that we can see them. And can you tell me a little bit about your experience and why you come down here to Rockford?
Less people and a little more quiet.
Well, out of the two fish that you have here, you know, tell me a little bit about the difference, so those at home are going to go, well, what's the difference between a fresh or one that's been here for a while?
They're a little darker than the other. This one's a lot more chromer. This one's more dirtier. This one's been in the river a little longer. And this is pretty fresh.
Now, how does that affect the taste?
Not too much.
So it really makes no difference, you know, because sometimes, you know, you get something that's a little older, it may not taste as good. But
yeah, when they get a little more darker, then I wouldn't. But usually they'll just swim right back downstream and head out to Lake Michigan again, because they don't die like salmon do.
For this week's marketing tip, we're going to go up to Peak Positions up in Traverse City, who's one of our sponsors, and we're going to talk to Brett about the importance of putting video on a business website and how that works in the SEO, or the search engine optimization, in having a business be found on the web.
Video is becoming increasingly important for search engine optimization and for all aspects of web activity. Video is the delivery medium of the future. It's essential that people have a video presence, and again, our analytics provide the insight we need in terms of optimizing a website, optimizing a video, and we look at the whole package and integrate everything into a comprehensive strategy for search engine optimization.
Well, let's start by, you know, can you give me a little bit about your history, your name, you know, what position and what your position, what you did with the Red Wings and that?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I was drafted in the summer of '79 with the Detroit Red Wings. I spent the first 3 months in the fall in the minors. I got called up in January of '80 to Detroit. I got traded in January of '87 to the Nordiques. I finished the season off there, asked to get traded, went to the New York Rangers for 5 years, till '92, '87, '92. And then I came back to Detroit and finished off '92, '93. That was my last year. So basically I played 14 seasons, and back in the early 90s, once you cross over 30 years old, they slowly start to put you out the pasture. Now the magic age is 40, I guess. So,
do you live in Michigan now?
Live in Michigan, yes. We live in Farmington Hills. It's about 30 miles west of downtown Detroit, and we made our home out there. And I'm actually from Edmonton, north of Edmonton, Gold Lake, Alberta, way up there. And my wife's from what they call it, the Adirondacks, or Lake George, New York, which is about an hour north of Albany, or 2.5 hours south of Lake Placid. So we decided to come back to Detroit after my career was done, because it's a great hockey town. People still remember the name. It was good for business afterwards.
Wow, Dwayne, that was a good interview with Johnny O. I'm looking forward to hearing the next segment.
And If any of you out there have any story ideas or any events coming up, or you know any businesses that want to be promoted, give us a call here at Buy Local TV. That's what we're doing. We're Buy Local TV, where we're promoting Michigan businesses, communities, and its people. We'll see you in the next episode.
Tell us about how this all came to be. Ken?
Start over, it's Ron.
I said Ken, didn't I?
Hi, I'm Dwayne.
Why did I do that? Sorry. I gave myself a visual.
Where our Buy Local TV reporter, Kathy Murphy, is going to go to the sugar shepherd bush.
I'm glad you messed up because I didn't like what I said.
Can you tell me how, you know,